Alright, so we back once again on January. It's January the 10th, 2020. We back up on this Dawayne Carter. We're gonna be talking about what happened all last year. I believe that Lil Wayne and Birdman beef was fake, and all this other stuff for past like 2 years and stuff. Me and mom's getting along, and my opinion about Lil Wayne, really going into, an old folks' home and, and killing somebody. So, that's my dad. So that's what I'm, gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about what happened last year and the year before that. Alright, but we're gonna be starting off about talking about this YouTube, since it's on this YouTube channel, Dawayne Carter Killed My Dad. A lot of changes been going on, like demonetizing and videos gonna be getting taken off and stuff like that. It's all been happening late 2019 and early 2020. They're still doing some changes on YouTube. I was talking about how my channel of this Dawayne Carter Killed My Dad's gonna be time consuming. You know what I'm saying? But right now, Lil Wayne been promoting his products, and one product. No, actually, that's two products now. He's promoting his liquor, and also his cannabis. So he got a weed company. He's promoting, making commercials about it, and also his liquor company. Also, he's doing commercials about Ghost Recon and all that other stuff. So that's what been happening with Lil Wayne. And also Lil Wayne Jack got busted by the feds, and he made a song about it, talk about something, and he was ragging about the feds and all that, and then he's saying that he don't need Birdman's help for anything. So we got that. We've been reporting just recently too, in 2020, I believe. But we've been releasing that next month, of February 2020, he is going to release his album, The Funeral. Some people say it might be his last album. Some people saying it ain't. Well, I don't think it's going to be his last album, though. So I don't think it's going to be his last. There's a lot of mixtapes that's been going out of Lil Wayne. They might title it, The Funeral mixtape and all this other stuff, but it ain't official. So there's just been a lot of mixtapes been going out. Like Birdman, he said that he was gonna release a lot of mixtapes of Lil Wayne that he has, like 100 of them, to pay off Lil Wayne. I don't know, it might have been happening. But I don't really know what's going on right now, but about Birdman releasing his mixtape so he can pay off Lil Wayne. I think he already paid off Lil Wayne and all that. Lil Wayne was suing Birdman, and I think Lil Wayne was getting sued too, I'm not sure. But I do definitely know that Birdman was being sued, and he paid off Lil Wayne. He was asking for I don't know if it's 500 million or 50 million. It was one of that, but I think he got like 10 million. Yeah, something like that. And plus his deals, his release, his Carter 5 and all that other stuff. So I've been talking about that this year, 2019. Me and my mom's getting along. Hasn't been a lot of Art of War, but 2 years ago, or probably was last year, I'm not really sure. I ain't kind of keep track of that, but I've been in jail for like 1 whole month, but I paid all that costs and all that. But the Lil Wayne's album might be his last album, but right now I'm saying it ain't. He's gonna keep on pushing, making another album or so, because people are gonna be wanting featuring him. Also, we been talking about Birdman been releasing some of his albums with Juvenile getting back in the picture, and talking about the game, how the game talking about how Lil Wayne is a part of everybody's life. And I disagree. And then he was sitting there looking like with a pretty face and all that, look, smiling, cheesing and stuff like that. Like, ain't worried about, and I was expressing my feelings about the game affiliated and stuff, having like a baby face and all that sort of stuff. But it was ridiculous though. But when he said that, Lil Wayne is a part of everybody's life, So, had to talk about that, he just jumping in the picture, and saying stuff. And also Lil Wayne been featuring with Juvenile also. So Juvenile coming back in the picture, releasing some, helping the Cash Money, Young Money crew out, Birdman, Lil Wayne. Cause Nicki Minaj already, she's cool, she's getting married. She's off of, I believe that's what she said. Since there was no more likes, she's gonna get off of Instagram. I believe that's what happened. She's starting. She got married. She's married and she's starting a family. And she says she's gonna worry about her family. So that's what she's doing right now. Birdman, he's, I don't know what the deal is with him. I guess he's trying to make, drops a couple of albums of his own, so he can make up, paying off, if there's another lawsuit. I know there's more lawsuits out there for them. I'm not really sure, but, so that's what's been going on. I've been also talking about, who else? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Just been saying stuff about that, but really, oh yeah, my computer, my computer, I showed you the screenshot of it. Only had like 776 because I can't make videos of my Dawayne Carter. That's why I had to make audio, because the video, it's full HD, and when I try to put it up on my computer, you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna crash, I don't even have a gigabyte. Probably like 7 minutes of the filming and the video is about a gigabyte already. So, and then it posted up on my computer and trying to cut it down, cut shots down and try to edit it and stuff like that won't even work. You have to first start off with a gigabyte, and then if you putting it up on another file, that's another gigabyte, so that'd be 2 gigabytes, and then you try and cut it, so it ain't gonna work out on my part. So that's why I'm doing this audio, Dawayne Carter. I never did this like years. What happened in to this year and that year, last year, my Dawayne Carter. So that's why it's my first time, of doing it. So I'm trying to remember just by remember what I was saying, but we talked about Lil Wayne, how his beef was fake with Birdman so he can promote his album, Carter 5, that finally came out, because he'd been saying to his fans it's coming out, he haven't released it about 5 years after he released the Carter 4 or something like that, so it was like that. Lil Wayne talked about his favorite sports. You won't even guess it. But his favorite sport is not skating. And it's not skating. It's skiboard. He loves to ski. So he's a ski board, skiing off the top of the mountain in the snow and stuff like that. Yeah, that's his favorite sport, When you looking at him, you kind of, know all his things and what's the next hit and, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I don't support Lil Wayne anything. I remember he was trying to support, advertise his credit cards, prepaid, credit cards, Cash Money, and also talk about Cash Money, Young Money. Lil Wayne is not on Cash Money. He runs. I think he's the owner now of Young Money. And Drake is not a part of none of them. Cash Money or Young Money. He's basically independent, or at the time he was. So that's what's been going on. Drake discussed his issues with Nicki Minaj, and why, because they didn't have no featurings on either of their albums, and they fixed their issues, Nicki Minaj and Drake. So hopefully we'll see like Lil Wayne and Birdman fix all their issues, and put it behind the past of them, and start it again and start a new one and start with a win. That's what I'm doing. Start with a new one. Dwayne Carter, you know what I'm saying? I'm winning. I'm telling my, my piece. The last track was written. I was actually venting and ranting at the same time about, about my feelings and all that. How could they do that? They being, because when you see it, when after the murder of my dad in 2005, you see it. Now Lil Wayne's going platinum, you know what I'm saying? And that's just straight up, I'll do a tag and I'll be number one up on the billboards and stuff like that. No. But that's what happened. I guess the people who would be, the powers that who would be, thought that it was good. You know what I'm saying? Getting a 55-year-old heart patient, you be first, you be first, going triple platinum. That's tell you anything, but it happened. After my dad and then I was like, I was really thinking too. I was like, alright, so they do this, put hits, and so they could be first class. I remember they was trying to do me, you know what I'm saying? They were taking me out, in 2010, nothing happened, laid low for me, and people thought I was dead, I moved, and I came back, did this Dwayne Carter. That was my first time I ever did the Dwayne Carter, showing people down back, they didn't give me their assassin was a fail assassin on me. 2010, that's when he was Lil Wayne was supporting that truck fit. It was a semi truck, a 16-wheeler, it was just hauling. Ran the red light, in the old Oldsmobile, like a Victoria, and we got over just in the nick of time, because this semi was hauling, it just, and it moved our car left to right. And we got a steel car, when it passed. Because we was just going real slow, trying to get into this intersection, the other lane. And we barely made it, and then right when that semi coming off, and it ran that red light, it shook our car and everything real fast. So then after that, I laid low for like until 2011, and then I coming back with this with the Wayne Carter put my bed. Plus we got made season 1, 2, and 3. This is my 5th one, 4 and 5, and probably 6, and so on and so forth. It's gonna be on this 4 or 5 or Soul Survivor. It might, hopefully it will be, but we just don't know. So anyway, what I'm doing is just, I guess wait for Lil Wayne to drop his album sometime next month, The Funeral, because I'm going to be checking, lyrics out and every track, because, the title itself, The Funeral. I remember in his 2000, I think it was 16, he was talking about the first time he was talking about the funeral. He said, bring some roses, bring this and that, there's gonna be a casket waiting or something. He was saying something like that, and people was like, oh yeah, the funeral, what about that? And Lil Wayne was talking about flowers and stuff like that, bring flowers to the funeral and stuff like that. Just made it kind of like made it real sad, like, wow, that's a downer, ain't it? But hopefully, like I said, they can just, make it all up, they're within themselves and their groups and stuff like that, and the higher ups and their masters and stuff like that. Hopefully they can just all make it up, you know what I'm saying? So they start being sued, but don't be a fool either. Don't be acting like, oh, here, pay me full money now, give me, my royalties and all that, because it might not happen. So just do what you gotta do, and don't be getting fooled. But that's what I've been doing. So we're still continuing on 2020. We're still continuing on this Dwayne Carter's season 5. I've been trying to tell you about, the whole, me and my mom was homeless, for about a year, sleeping in the car, then, on the streets and abandoned houses and stuff like that. But we've been, we never got that on film. But when I was at I guess you could call it like a boys' home or whatever, I was staying there, and I got a couple of footage, and I already posted up like 2 years ago that OKC Compassion. You can look it up. It's like a sobery place and all that, like alcoholics and people on hardcore drugs and people. I got in because I was like, suicidal or something like that. So, and then people like that. So I stayed there for about like 3 years, and then I reconnected with my mom. So I reconnected with my mom, and then we got backed up, and Ed, we was trying to explain his how we met and all that. How he took me under his wings, and got places in together. Don't have that on footage because it's crazy, just struggling day to day, and then occasions right there. But then we got into the OKC Compassion, and then I moved out and stayed with my mom. So then after that, living with my mom, I continued with this Dwayne Carter killed my dad. But I started a first start of the Dwayne Carter killed my dad at OKC Compassion. I was just getting started, and then I was recovered, and I moved out, and then everything after that, well, been a blessing, to say, because we're doing this again. It's another blessing. And this is Dwayne Carter, Killed My Dad, season 5. This is what happened in 2019, 18, and past tense. So.
The most important a person needs is the 3 things that scriptures teach us: food, clothing, and shelter. James say don't be just hearers of the word, but be also doers of the word. And how we can do is by putting showers in, giving people's towels, giving them a bath, and giving them something to eat.
We get donations by people, and what we do here is sort them and hang them up through men stuff, ladies, kids, because in the streets you don't get clean clothes every day.
Penn Avenue Church of the Nazarene was founded in 1922 by a group of people who wanted to share the love of Christ to a hurting world. At that time, the church was located in a growing, vibrant area of Oklahoma City, at the corner of 10th and Penn. The many decades following would prove that Penn Avenue Church of the Nazarene was a light in its community, as people would come to the church for worship Sunday after Sunday. As the years stacked up, the community began to change. As quickly as people moved into the city, they moved out at an even faster rate. Penn Avenue Church of the Nazarene stands firm on the corner of 10th and Penn to this day. While our community and our surroundings have changed, the mission to share the love of Christ to a hurting world has not. 11 years ago, Pastor Richard Vaughn was called to become the senior pastor of Penn Avenue Church of the Nazarene. Since then, he has helped the church refocus its efforts to reach the poor and disadvantaged of Oklahoma City. To help fulfill this mission, he started a nonprofit called OKC Compassion. Its mission is simple: to share the gospel of Christ by showing compassion to the disadvantaged and encouraging others to do the same. As we prepare to celebrate our 10-year anniversary, the mission hasn't changed. We spend our days ministering to the homeless, those who are struggling with addictions of various kinds, the mentally ill, and the poor. While struggles exist, the victories outweigh the defeats on a daily basis. We have witnessed incredible transformation through the combined ministries of both Penn Avenue Church of the Nazarene and OKC Compassion. And we believe that even greater days are ahead of us in the future.
Your love is strong. The kingdom of the heavens is now advancing. Invade my heart, invade this broken town. Of the heavens is buried treasure. Would you sell yourself to buy the one you found? Two things you told me: that you are strong.